been off the road for a considerable amount of years. Might be having some explanation of why it's in the auction. Not sure we're about to make a big mistake here buying this. We'll find out. Bid.
Morning all, welcome back to the Car UK channel. Right, today's video, something a little bit different. We are off to auction, but we are looking for a particular car of interest, which is something that you wouldn't usually associate with me. This is something very, very different. Now, we are off today to Anglia Car auctions in Norfolk for their classic sale, and we're going to the Sunday sale today, which has usually got the more expensive vehicles in, because there is a particular car that has taken our fancy, which is this absolutely beautiful original Nissan Skyline R33. Now, it's a 1994 plate model. It's down on the DVLA as a GTR, but in reality it's a GTST 2.5 turbocharged version, and it's only done 46,000 miles. Plus, as well, no surprise, it is a import model, so it's come from Japan in the early 2000s. So super low mileage, really clean condition, or at least it looks clean in these pictures. And the guide price is even more interesting, because the guide on it is £10,000 to £15,000. Now, there might be a question mark on that, because this car has actually not been on the road for the last 12 or 13 years. I think it's 2012 since it was last MOT'd, although previous to that the history was really, really clean. So we're not expecting to get there to be a rock box or anything, but there has to be a degree of caution, because why was it that someone would put a car in the auction that has not been used really for 13 years, and it's not as though it needs any major recommissioning or any project work doing to it or anything like that. It looks like it's literally ready to drive away. So we're going to have a bit of caution there. However, we are really tempted by the guide price, 10 to 15 grand. You don't see these R33s coming up for that sort of money with that mileage, really ever at all, not in that condition. Now, it could do more than that, and we are ready to go a little bit above that if needed. But if we are able to go down and bag that R33 for anywhere near that guide price, or just over or under, we'll be happy nonetheless. Obviously, cheaper the better, but I suspect there'll be interest. So anyway, we need to go down there and have a look at this Nissan Skyline. So we're going to get ourselves off on the road, nice 3-hour trip down to Anglia Car auctions, and take a look at this stunning R33 Skyline.
Right, there it is, in the corner, looking sad. Tell you what, it looked clean in the pictures. It looks clean in the flesh. Looks very, very original. Although, a bit wind in the tyre. Tell it can stud, like that tyres are down on it and stuff. There she is. Clean, isn't it? Yeah. It is clean. So it's just been stood for
12 years.
12, 13 years, and it's not really done much even when it came over in 2006. And you've got to beg the question, why was it sort of laid up for 13 years? I suppose we'll never know the answer. The interior is not too bad. It was a bit freshened up in a few places, but overall, it's not got any cracked dash, or seats are in good nick. The back looks alright. Obviously red, and you've got to be careful of lack appeal or anything like that, so we're quite prone to it. Not too bad, the arches, pretty decent as well. Can't really see the back of it. Smart wheels on it, a tiny bit of oxidation, but they've probably never ever been touched in their lives.
Just wash off.
There's a torch under. Underneath.
Any surface rust.
Yeah, you inspect it, don't you?
I've been laid up for.
There ain't no basket case, is it? It's quite solid. Okay, it's still there, you can see. The plastic covers and that. Not been bashed in or nothing. Well, it's got a guide on it of 10 to 15 grand. Now, this isn't the most desirable of models. They want the later engine, the 2.6, but it is a Skyline. It is an R33. It is a nice low mileage example with 45k on. There's a lot going for this car, and I think 10 to 15 grand's it's probably a bit on the low side. I think it's probably, with a ticket on it, recommissioned, it's probably a 22 to 25 grand car, somewhere in the region we think it might be. So I think it might do the upper end of that guide, if I'm honest. If we can get it for less than that, we'll go away really happy. It's a smart old thing. That is a smart car. Right, let's see what it makes. Might be having some explanation of why it's in the oil.
That was 12 of it, wasn't it? That's the mobiliser.
Just waiting for the Skyline to start up. They're having some problems getting it fired up for some reason. There's a mobiliser problem or something. Little moat going in a minute. I'm going to watch that go through in another video. Percy Porsche as well. And a Lotus Select. Yep. The old moats popping and banging. Obviously I want to make sure this is running alright, because it's been off the road for a considerable amount of years. It does seem to be struggling to get it going. But obviously they must have had it running to get it here. See if the old snap-on pack get it going.
Did look there, green. In the back there. It says discount.
It's alive.
That's not an old colours, is that?
No.
Oh, 5, that's
Fan works. Well, fair to say at the moment it's not running right, which is a real shame. We're hoping it would be running a bit better than this. Well, it seems to be behaving itself a bit more now. It's running a bit better. It's got to think about maybe potentially stale fuel. Could be a thing if it's been sat around for years. Who knows? We just, I don't know. It's a bit of a marker on it. Why it's been left for so long, parked up, never been used for 13 years. It's just a bit of a worry, isn't it? But we're going to have a good bid on it. We're going to try. Have a bit of a gamble.
Right, I hope you're enjoying today's video, but before we carry on, let me talk to you quickly about the Car UK raffle. Have you got your tickets for the latest draw? Because I've got available one of the best minis potentially out there. This stunning 1995 1.3 Mini SPI. It is a out-the-box example that has been well maintained and looked after. In A1 condition, this is a Mini that you cannot miss out on. An absolute beautiful example that will make your friends and neighbours really, really jealous. Now, to get hold of this superb Mini, then you need to get yourself a ticket for the latest draw, and it is only £1 to get involved. Now, to get hold of your tickets, you can go in the link description below, and the link is there, or go in the comments section where there's a sticker note there, and you can find the link as well. Or you can use the QR code on screen now, simply scan that with a camera phone, and it'll take you through to Raffle, who host our draws on our behalf. And at the moment, we have got the bundle offers back on offer as well. So if you want to buy one ticket for £1, no problem. But if you want to buy £5 or £10, £15 or £20 worth, you'll get additional free tickets. The more tickets you buy, the more greater odds you have of winning that fantastic Mini. And also remember as well that there is an alternative cash prize. If you win the car and you don't want it, don't worry, you can get £6,000 as an alternative cash on this draw. Now, if you want to get involved, like I said, get yourself in that link description or use that QR code, scan that today and get hold of your tickets for the latest draw.
Right, here we go. 10 to 15 grand is the guide. Not sure we're about to make a big mistake here buying this. We'll find out. See if we can win it. Bit of interest in the room already, and online as well. Bid.
That 9-6. That 9-6. Regional 9 out. 9 bid. 10 down. 10 down. 10 down. All right. 10-2. 10-4. 10-4 bid. Skyline 10-6. 10-8. 10-8. Only bid at 10-8. Bid 11-2. 11-2. Bid 11-2. Mileage in the room. 11-2. One forward with that. 11-2. 11-4. 11-6. Bid you. 11-6. 12 down. There you go. 12-2. Straight back. No, in the room at 12-2. That 12-2. It's in the room, mate. No mistake at 12-2. That 12-2. You're out on the left. That 12-4. 12-4. 12-6. Beat you again. It's in the room at 12-6. That 12-6. That 12-6. 12-8. 13 bit. 13,000 pounds. 13-2. 13-4. 13-6. 13-8. 13-8. At 13-8, we're back in the room. At 13, I'll take 14 up here. At 14 bid, 14-2. That's still in the room at 14-2, beating that. At 14-2, at 14-2, I'll take 14-4. At 14-2, I'm going to sell this. At 14-2, make no mistakes here, sir. 14-4. 14-6. In the room at 14-6. 15, down. 15-2. 15-2 on minute, 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, in the room at 15-6, 15-8, back to the left, 16,000 pounds, 16,000 pounds on the bid, that's 16,000 pounds, we're in the room on one, that's 16,000 pounds, that's 16,000 pounds, you're out for that, that's 16,000 pounds, that's 16 on the bid, that's 16,000, we're looking round, that's 16,000 pounds, I sold to 16,000
now.
16
No.
2. Looking round the room, 16-2. That's 16-2. All plenty of time. That's 16-4. 16-4 bit. That's 16-4 the back of the room. That's 16-4. 16-6. Straight.
Out.
You're out.
We're out, yeah.
That's 16-6.
Pushed it all the way.
That's 16-6. That's 16, you know when you put the video up, you get low ball. That's 16.
I don't get 16 grand for a video, trust me.
That's 16, 6, make no mistake. That's 16, 6, I sell it on the internet. I'll take 16 out anyway before it goes.
7.
7, I don't mind. That's 16, 7. That's 16, 7, the bid.
Go for it.
That's 16, 7. That's 16, 7 is good in. That's 16, we're back in the room. 16 down, 7 up and down. That's 16, 7. That's 16, 8. That's 16, 8.
16, 8. Are we out now?
Yeah.
That's 16, 8. We're back on the internet.
Try and got that in there.
That's 16, 8. That's 16, 8. It's on the internet, make no mistake. 16, 8. Thanks for letting me know once, twice. Thank you for your bidding. That's 16, 8.
Never mind. Well, God loves a try, doesn't he? God loves a try, but you get nothing for second.
Right, following morning, let me talk to you about what happened. So, Skyline, probably worked it out by now, we did not win the Nissan Skyline R33, which is a shame, because this part of the video, next, should have been us paying for the vehicle, getting it out, starting it up, getting it back here, checking it out, see how it drives, getting it up in the air, and hopefully future videos of us trying to get that vehicle sort of recommissioned, if you like. Out, Peter. Anyway, as I was saying, got that vehicle back here and done some videos on it, as recommissioning it, doing it, getting it all sorted and up on the road again. That was the plan, but unfortunately it wasn't meant to be. So never mind, we'll look out for another one, I'm sure, in the near future. It was a nice example, say we're being low mileage. And I thought for a few moments during that bidding process we might have had it. So we're pretty much on the car from the beginning. We didn't really get spotted by the chaps on the rostrum, but eventually, once we got our bids in, it was us and another chap online pretty much all the way through on that one. There was a few moments where the other bidder tried wobbling us with some sort of higher bids coming in to £400 or £500 increments. Didn't really matter to us because we knew exactly where we were going to go with this car beforehand. Once we got, though, sort of travelling down the road and got towards our higher price or higher bid price, we were a bit nervous, and at one point we were out, and then we started to have a think and thought, do you know what, we could go one more, back in again. I think we did that twice, in fact. But inevitably, I think the other chap wanted it more than us. We had a set budget in mind. We did go slightly over it, but only by a few £100s. We couldn't really go much more. We needed it to be sort of with the fees, and that's what you got to take into account, is the fees, about 18 grand. So you needed the car for, in the best part of around 17 grand to stand a chance really of it coming in at that sort of level. The fees at Anglia Car auctions are about 8%. Plus the VAT, which in fairness, compared to other auction houses we go to, classic sales we're talking about here, it's very different when you go to conventional auctions. They're a lot lower than that. But classic auctions, it's about 8 to 10% most places charge you. Some charge 12. So actually they're on the lower end. But even so, when you're buying a car that's 10 grand plus, you know, you're basically going to be spending in excess of a grand plus with your fees and your VAT on it. So you've got to take that into account. It's a major part of your sort of bidding process, taking that figure into account, what your final end price is going to be. And for us, we just couldn't go any more for it, I'm afraid. A few £100, I don't think would have made any difference. I don't think we would have won the car even if we'd gone maybe even to 18.5 grand. I think we were up against someone else who wanted it more than us, and we were, say, constricted by the fact that we had a set margin for the vehicle we might need it if we wanted to sell it in the future. But yeah, it just wasn't going to work for us. Shame really, real shame. But never mind. Let me know your thoughts anyway on that R33. There was one concern for me on that car, which was in the back of my head. Obviously, the fact that it didn't start up particularly well was a little bit of an issue, but eventually it got started. And actually, when it was up and running, after about a minute or so, it was all right. We're putting that down to the fact that basically someone had flooded it trying to start it in the auction hall, potentially. But my doubt was why the car was off the road for 13 years. It just didn't seem to make much sense to me why that car would be sort of stowed away for that length of time. Came into the UK in the 2000s, was, say I said, used for a few years, and then to be laid up for 13 years and never been put back on the road did seem rather strange to me. We never seem to have got to the bottom of that one. Although we probably, I suppose in hindsight, we could have actually asked the owner, because we did actually realise, not sure if you picked up on that in the video, one of the guys who was trying to get the car started turned out to actually be the owner of the vehicle. I suppose we'll never know now. Not our concern, not our vehicle. Right, anyway, thank you for watching that one. Let me know your thoughts on that R33. Did you expect it to do more? Do you think it would have done less? General opinions of the car and its condition. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section. So thank you for watching this one. Just to give you an update of where we are this week, because we've got a decent itinerary for you. Metro Part 2 video. We're going to get the engine out and start all the other bits on it. That has been filmed, and that will be going out in literally 48 hours time, so that's due to go out Wednesday this week. Plus, as well, we've got a pitch update recorded, which we're going to get out this week. Also, as well, we've obviously at Anglia Car, as you can see there, we did a full day's filming there on the Sunday, and we did bid on a lot more cars than that Nissan Skyline, and we did come away with at least one vehicle. So make sure you check that one out later in the week, because that's a good one. Because in fairness, with an exception of that Skyline, there was a lot of cars we were filmed that day at the auction, which surprised me, really surprised. There was a lot of cheap stuff in there that day, but sadly, just not that Skyline. So make sure you check out that video later in the week, because as I say, there were some really interesting things that went through the sale just a few days ago at Anglia Car Auctions. So thank you for watching this one. I hope you all have a great week, and make sure you please like and subscribe to the Car UK channel, and of course, don't forget to get involved in the Car UK raffle. Link is in the description box below or in the comment section. You can find the link there, click over and get your ticket. It's only £1 to get involved to win our fantastic Mini Cooper. Right, see you all in the next one.